So, Cameron, I was like scrolling through Instagram the other day, and so often, like, it was just one post after another, after another, after another. And all of my friends on Instagram were just wanting to look like the next person, like they wanted to look like the person above them, or like the next influencer. And like, why is it so, I guess, attractive to fall into that trap of wanting to be the next influencer, wanting to, yeah, does like that make sense? Like wanting to, I guess, have that attention on us and inspire other people.
Yeah, I think that we want to pretend that we have it all together and we want to show people like, look, if you just do what I'm doing, whether it's in the spiritual life and you're like, my prayer is so amazing because this, that, or like working out, like showing workout videos of ourselves because we want to be like, look, I have it all together and look how buff I am. We're cleaning up the house. So you see, everything looking perfect and gorgeous. And yeah, I think ultimately it's because of our own insecurity, to be honest. I think it's because if we can prove to everyone else that we have it together, then we can prove to ourselves that we do.
Mm.
And I think that we think if we can just do this, then we'll be happy.
Mm.
And then people will see that we're worth something. And I think we're trying to prove stuff to other people, but also to ourselves. Yeah.
Mm.
And it's hard. It's a trap that I think it's very easy to fall into, especially with everything being so socially and media, heavy right now.
Yeah.
And the fact that a lot of countries like yours is locked down, so you're not able to have those face to face. It's hard.
Totally, totally. And I think also like diving into that, everyone wants to have that experience of wanting to be accepted, and everyone has that desire to be loved and be accepted by others. And I find often we find that acceptance and that approval from other people instead of looking from to God the Father, and seeking his approval, because he ultimately has already proved us and he already loves us and he already seeks us out, you know. Um, and I think that ties into like we need good, authentic leaders in this world of what it means to be authentically you. Um, so Cameron, like what does it mean to you to be like authentically you, and how can people live out that, I guess, that calling of being authentically themselves?
Yeah, I think it has to start at home. So it's got to start at home with your roommates, with your parents, with your spouse, whoever it is, with your kids, and it's being present to them first and foremost. It is seeing them where they are and loving them where they are and not trying to make them be someone they're not. And then also you trying not to pretend to be someone you're not, but also getting off this. So often we're doing this. And yesterday we're actually at a neighbor's house and we're talking about something. And we were talking to a high schooler. She's a junior in high school. And she was saying her phone's never on. She's like, my phone's never on. And what she meant by that is the volume's not on because she's normally in class or she's doing sports. So it just vibrates. And I was like, that's not the same as your phone not being on. It's still on. And this girl's actually awesome about not being on her phone. She comes over, she helps me around the house. She's very good about being present and face to face. We were talking about it and her mom was putting in her 2 cents. And then the next thing I knew, my daughter was saying, yeah, it's so bad. Sometimes I'm trying to talk to mom and she's like, 1 minute, 1 minute. Cause she's writing that text message. And I was like,
Yeah.
guilty as charged. Like I need to put this thing away and like be present, like look my kid in the face and talk to her and be present. And I think Mother Teresa talks about it. Like so many people are like, how do we serve the poor in Calcutta? That sounds so glorified, going and picking up bodies that are dying. And she's like, no, you need to stay home and love the people in your house.
Totally.
Like once you can love the people in your house, then you can love Christ. Then you can love the dying laying on the streets of Calcutta. But that's not where you start. You start by loving those that the Lord's placed in life.